In an engaging lecture in Paris, Dr. Taher Mahi addressed the topic of national betrayal and its causes from a psychological and social perspective. He began by emphasizing that national betrayal and collusion with foreign powers are among the most serious crimes that threaten the existence of states and the stability of societies. He explained that this phenomenon does not appear suddenly, but often arises from a turbulent political environment dominated by injustice, oppression, and the absence of justice. Dr. Mahi pointed out that recent studies in political science and political sociology have proven that treacherous behavior increases in dictatorial regimes, where trust between citizens and the state is absent. He mentioned that regimes practicing injustice and oppression create a fertile environment for betrayal, where citizens feel their rights are usurped and that they are not protected by their government. The doctor discussed the concept of national betrayal, defining it as an act carried out by an individual or group in favor of a foreign state or hostile power that weakens the security and vital interests of the state. With this definition, it becomes clear that betrayal is not merely an individual act, but the result of complex political and social conditions. Dr. Mahi also discussed the relationship between political injustice and aggressive behavior against the state, referring to the theory of relative deprivation presented by Ted Gurr. He sees that individuals tend to oppose their state when they feel their rights are usurped, meaning that the injustice citizens face can lead to negative reactions towards the state, increasing the likelihood of betrayal occurring. In the context of his talk, Dr. Mahi pointed out that dictatorial regimes, by closing the political sphere, create permanent hotspots of public discontent, and this discontent makes it easier for foreign powers to penetrate society, leading to the spread of national betrayal. He also cited Samuel Huntington in his book, The Third Wave, where he affirmed that authoritarian regimes produce unstable environments that facilitate external interference. Dr. Mahi then moved on to the religious evidence supporting the idea that injustice breeds disorder and betrayal. He cited the Holy Quran, where Allah says in Surah Al-Anbiya, "And those towns we destroyed when they wronged." This divine warning clarifies that unjust societies often face destruction, whether through cosmic calamities or internal betrayal leading to chaos. He also pointed out that corruption in loyalty occurs when injustice prevails. In Surah Hud, Allah says, "And do not incline towards those who do wrong." This means that leaning towards an unjust ruler is reprehensible, and this corrupts the relationship between the people and the authority, which contradicts what some sycophants of the ruler falsely call the guardians of the matter. Regarding the prophetic tradition, Dr. Mahi mentioned the hadith narrated by Muslim, "Beware of injustice, for injustice will be darkness on the day of resurrection." This hadith highlights the danger of injustice and its destructive effects on society. He also referred to another hadith narrated by Ahmad, "The best jihad is a word of truth in front of a tyrannical ruler," indicating that resisting injustice is legitimate. Dr. Mahi touched on the views of scholars, citing Ibn Taymiyyah, who said, "Allah establishes a just state even if it is non-Muslim, and does not establish an unjust state even if it is Muslim." This is what we see today in real life, where Muslims flee their homelands to non-Muslim countries due to oppression and persecution. Dr. Mahi also discussed the theory of social explosion, pointing out that political repression and administrative corruption lead some citizens to collaborate with external forces, which the great thinker Malik Benabi calls the predisposition to colonization. He emphasized that the erosion of trust between citizens and the state leads to weakened national commitment. making it easier for external forces to exploit these gaps. In conclusion of his lecture, Dr. Mahdi reviewed historical examples illustrating the impact of injustice on national betrayal. He mentioned the Abbasid state where economic injustice led to rebellions in which some individuals collaborated with external forces. And he also discussed the French occupation of Algeria, where colonial oppression created collaborators. Finally, Dr. Mahdi affirmed that oppression, persecution, and dictatorship in underdeveloped countries are among the most prominent factors that create an environment conducive to treason and espionage with foreign entities. He explained that contemporary studies and religious texts confirm that justice and the preservation of rights are the foundation of a citizen's loyalty to their state. In the end, he prayed for God to protect Muslim countries from downfall, stressing the importance of working towards justice and stability in societies.